Hi everyone, welcome to Learn with Suman. So today we'll be doing module 4. So before I begin with module 4, which talks about blog writing, let's just have a small recap on what we did in module 3. So in module 3, we learned about the website content writing, in which I told you about the three major pages of a website, which is the home page, about us page, and a contact us page. And I also told you different factors and important features or add-ons that you need to work on a website content writing. I hope the module 3 was clear to you guys. And I also hope that you guys completed the activity that I gave you, because I'll tell you, if you don't practice or if you don't complete the activity, you'll not be able to understand just with the help of PPTs and my talking. So I request you, please keep practicing as and when the activity is given for a better understanding. So let's begin with module 4, which talks about blog writing. So if you guys remember, even in the module 2, where I was explaining the types of content writing, I gave a basic introduction about the blog writing. But no issues, I'll give you again, because I'm always here to help you guys. So blog writing is nothing but when the writer expresses his thought or an opinion about a particular subject in the form of writing via social media or the other websites. So it's just giving your viewpoint on a particular topic. So let's see what we have under this. So under this we have SEO blogging. SEO blogging is nothing but search engine optimization. It is just a method or a process where it helps you increase your traffic, or actually helps you to maximize the visitors to your website. So SEO blogging is also a way where you can rank your website or your blogs because of the help of these keywords that you use. And SEO blogging also helps you earn the affiliate commissions in your website or your blog. So affiliate is nothing but it's a method where you earn commissions by promoting other product and services, or you do vice versa, where you actually outsource it to others. So you earn a certain amount of commission. So with the SEO blogging, you can earn the commissions. Keyword research is mandatory. So always remember, in the SEO blogging, the keywords plays an important role. Always the words that you choose on your website or the blogs, it actually creates a very big importance, because based on these keywords, it is the audience that gets attracted to your website or blog. So make sure you do a complete research on the keywords. At least check what are the keywords that are highly ranked. So it depends on the keywords usage. So make sure you do a complete research on that. And in the SEO blogging, it takes minimum 3 to 6 months to rank. So don't expect the results to come immediately. Have patience, because there are a lot of competitors in the market. It takes at least 3 to 6 months to rank. So as and when you keep practicing and you keep working out in improving your keywords, it will take at least 3 to 6 months for your website or blogs to rank. On page and off page optimization. On page is nothing but search engine optimization control within your website. So control over the links within your website. So if you see in the previous module where we checked about the website, we actually learned about these small interlinks that you direct to different pages. Like from on your home page, you actually have these short links for your contact us page or product page. So it's nothing but the control over your website with the help of these links. So off page is nothing but the factors occurs outside the website. So these backlinks which actually directly comes to your website. So these are nothing but factors which you don't have in your control, but external links that get control of your website. So that's the meaning of off page SEO. So, and I also suggest you to have some SEO courses done with the help of these tools, which is Ubersuggest, Answer the Public, or Google Trends. At least these courses are free of cost. That's the best part. And also you get to learn a lot of SEO details and much depth about SEO. So that it will be really helpful for you guys. So let's see what we have in the next page. So here we have creative writing. So as I told you about this as well, creative writing is nothing but just the way of a writer who displays his imagination, ideas, innovation, creativity in his writing. So here the writer is not much worried about his ranking or of his website or blog, but here he is more focusing on how to create a great rapport, or how to attract the people. So attract the audience. So here the keyword density does not make much difference, but what are the other factors that are important over this particular blogging is how you do your personal branding, how far you'll be able to pull the crowd towards your personal branding. Usually the traffic in such areas is developed by the social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram. So these days we see a lot of creative writers in the market available who uses a lot of social media platform and are successful with the same. If you must have seen, these are the tools which are important, like WordPress. You must have seen a lot of authors who write really good in WordPress. So these are certain examples for your creative writing. I'm really sorry. And Quora as well, and bloggers. These are particular tools. And let's go further and have a check. And next we have is technical writing. Technical writing is nothing but creation of technical documentation such as journalisms, articles, referral books, or white papers that is required to write your contents. Always remember, content writing on technical part is not easy for everyone. It's not cup of tea for everyone. It's rather for the ones who are specializing in a particular subject. As I told you in the module 2, that technical writing is for the one who specializes in a particular matter or has a complete details on a particular subjects like IT related, health related, or education related. And usually I don't come across much of digital marketers doing technical writings, but there are few. For them it's mandatory, so make sure you know about this. And also few example could be white paper on crypto in currency. The final one is going to be your thought leadership. So thought leadership, this will give you a greater advantage of staying in the market and people's mind for a longer time. This is for your long term benefit. And content is more of a storytelling. So here you just don't write content for the sake of it, but here you try to connect to the people with the form of your writing skills, like storytelling skills. As I told you in the first and second module, that storytelling skills you eventually get, like how you write, how well you connect with people, how great you create your rapport. And here you're trying to build the rapport, trust, and here you're creating a great confidence and trust between the people and you. And people look upon you like a leader in general or leader of a domain. So here it plays an important role because you can completely change people's mind with the way of your thought process, with the way you talk, and actually create a greater impact on their life. If you see, a lot of top executives are one of these examples. There are a lot of top executives like Bill Gates and a lot of other famous entrepreneurs whom we get inspired by. Sometimes we try to follow their tips and their routines in our life too. So this is about the thought leadership. So we're coming towards the end of our module 4, and now I have the important part, which is the activity for you guys. So make sure you at least spend 4 hours in the activity, because as and when we keep going forward our modules, the time that you will have to invest is little much compared to the previous one. Spend at least 4 hours a day if you're really serious about content writing. So go to Ubersuggest, find at least keywords that has greater volume. So with these volumes, try to write blogs with the at least 800 words on a topic. So write at least casual blogs which includes 400 words on a recent cafe, like place you visited, food that you had, or a general news that you just want to write your opinion. But I tell you, stay away from these news because it's always a risky path. And read at least 5 to 6 thought leadership blogs in LinkedIn, so that you would know how people write, how well they express themselves, and how well they attract others. I hope you all complete these 3 mandatory, and I tell you, before I go to the next module, please complete these one, because if you don't do these ones, you're going to miss out on a lot of things. Thank you so much. Keep connecting with Suman and learn with Suman. So I'll see you in the next blog, which is module number 4. See ya. Take care. Sayonara.